Hello, my dear friends. How are you doing today? Tell me in the comments where you watching from, and how's your health these days? I always love reading your messages from the United States. From India, from Pakistan, from the UK, from the Philippines, you all make this community so special. If this is your first time here, welcome to MrJamAdvice, a place where we talk about the wisdom of growing older, living with dignity, and protecting your peace in your golden years. Now, let's be honest, getting older isn't always easy. Our bodies slow down, our social circles shrink, and sometimes even the people we thought would always be by our side start treating us differently. Suddenly, it feels like everyone has an opinion about how we should live, what we should do, and even what we should give up. But here's the truth. Getting older doesn't mean giving up your identity. It doesn't mean you stop having feelings, choices, or boundaries. In fact, this stage of life after 60, 70, or 80 is when you must protect your most valuable treasures more than ever. And what are those treasures? They're not your money, not your house, not your jewelry, but the things that make your heart at peace. Your mind clear and your life truly yours. Sadly, many older people slowly start letting go of these treasures, often because of guilt, love, or pressure from others. They give up their peace of mind for their children's comfort. They give up their hobbies because someone might laugh. They give up their health to take care of others. And before they realize it, they've given away the very things that make life worth living. So today, my dear friends, I want you to listen carefully, because in this video, I'll share 9 things you should never give up for anyone, not even your own family. These are not selfish choices, they are wise choices. They are what protect your happiness, your dignity, and your sense of self. And remember, it's not about being cold or distant. It's about learning to say, I have done my part. Now I must take care of me, because no one can pour from an empty cup. And at your age, peace and health are more valuable than gold. So grab a cup of tea, sit somewhere comfortable, and let's talk heart to heart. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 9 things you must hold on to. No matter what anyone says, not even your closest family members. All right. Let's begin with the first and most important one. Thing number 1, your peace of mind. You know, as we grow older, one of the greatest treasures we have is peace of mind. And yet it's often the very first thing we give away. We let our children, relatives, neighbors, and sometimes even friends disturb our peace, all because we don't want to upset anyone. But here's the truth, my friend, nothing and no one is worth your inner peace, not even your family. You spent your entire life working, worrying, and sacrificing for others. You've faced storms, handled responsibilities, and swallowed your just to keep others happy. But now, in this stage of life, you deserve calm. You deserve mornings without arguments, afternoons without stress, and nights where you can sleep with a quiet heart. Let me tell you something, people who truly love you will never demand your peace in exchange for their comfort. If someone constantly makes you anxious, guilty, or pressured, that's not love. That's control. And at this age, you don't need control. You need comfort. So if a family member constantly argues, if a child speaks harshly, if a relative drains your energy with their endless complaints, it's okay to step back. You don't have to fight. You don't have to prove anything. Just quietly distance yourself and protect your peace, because peace is not something others give you, it's something you allow yourself to keep. You know, I once heard a beautiful line. The older you get, the less drama you tolerate. You realize peace is better than proving a point. And that's the truth of old age. You no longer need to win arguments or fix everyone's life. You've already done enough. Now it's your turn to sit back, breathe deeply, and choose peace over everything. When you stop giving your peace away, you'll notice something magical. Your health improves. Your mind clears, and your days start to feel lighter. That's because peace is healing. It's the medicine your body and heart have always needed. So from today, make a quiet promise to yourself. No matter what happens, no matter who says what, I will not give up my peace of mind for anyone. Because once peace is gone, everything else loses meaning, even love, even family. Protect it like your most precious possession, because in truth it is. Thing number 2, your independence. My dear friends, the second thing you should never give up, not for your children, not for your relatives, not for anyone, is your independence. You see, independence is more than just doing things on your own. It's about keeping your sense of control, your dignity, and your freedom of choice. And when you start letting others decide everything for you, what you should eat, when you should rest, what you should do with your time, you slowly start disappearing as a person. I've seen this happen so many times. A father gives up his wallet to his children, saying, "They'll handle it better." A mother moves in with her family and quietly adjusts to every rule, every command, until one day she realizes she's living in someone else's house, by someone else's schedule, and has no space of her own. Yes, we love our families. Yes, we want peace. But peace doesn't mean surrender. You can accept help without losing yourself. You can be kind without being controlled. If you can still walk, cook, clean, pay your bills, or make simple decisions, do it. Don't let anyone convince you that you are too old to think for yourself. Because once you stop deciding for yourself, others will start deciding who you are. Even small acts of independence matter: choosing your clothes, managing your small expenses, going for your morning walk, or meeting your friends. These are not just activities. They're statements. They say, I am still here. I still have a life. I still matter. You know, I once met an 82-year-old lady in one of my seminars. She said, "My son told me, Mom, don't worry about anything. We'll take care of you." It sounded loving. But slowly I realized he didn't want me to decide anything either. So I started taking care of my own little garden. That garden became my freedom. That touched my heart because it's so true. Independence doesn't mean you reject help. It means you still hold the steering wheel of your own life, even if someone else is sitting beside you. So if someone tells you, you don't need to do this anymore, or you can't manage that, smile and say, thank you, but I'd like to try. Because as long as you can make choices, you are alive in spirit. And as long as you stay independent, you'll never feel like a burden, you'll feel human. Always remember this, my friends. The body may grow weaker, but the right to live life your way never expires. Protect your independence like gold, because once it's gone, you'll realize it was never just about freedom. It was about your identity. So no matter how old you get, never give up your independence. Take help, yes, but never let anyone take over your life. Thing number 3, your savings and financial control. Now, my dear friends, let's talk about the third thing. You should never give up for anyone, not even for your own children. And that is your savings and financial control. This one is very, very important. Because money at this age isn't about luxury or greed. It's about security, respect, and independence. The money you have represents decades of hard work, sleepless nights, and sacrifices you made when everyone else was young and carefree. You've earned every single penny with your sweat, your effort, and your wisdom. So why give it away so easily? I've seen too many older people hand over all their savings or property to their children, thinking they'll take care of me. And yes, sometimes the children do, but sadly sometimes they don't. And when that happens, the pain is deeper than anything money can fix. You see, when you give away your financial control, you don't just lose your money, you lose your voice. You lose the ability to make choices. And once that's gone, it's very hard to get back. Of course, it's fine to help your family. It's fine to give gifts, to share blessings. But it should always be on your terms, not out of pressure, guilt, or emotional manipulation. If anyone says, "Why are you holding on to your money?" you can't take it with you. You can gently smile and reply, "Yes, but I can use it to live with dignity until my last day." That's the difference, using your savings to live peacefully, not giving it away just to please others. Keep a part of your finances completely in your name. Don't disclose every detail to everyone, and if possible, keep a trusted financial advisor or an honest friend to guide you, but don't hand full control to anyone, not even out of love, because money, when handled wisely, protects you. It gives you the freedom to buy your medicines, go to the doctor, travel, or enjoy small pleasures without feeling like a burden. It gives you the power to say, "I can manage, thank you." You've spent your whole life taking care of others, and that's beautiful. But now it's time to take care of yourself. And to do that, you must keep your savings safe, secure, and under your own name. Remember this truth. Love your family deeply, but never blindly when it comes to money. Because when you stay financially independent, people respect your decisions. And when you lose that independence, sadly, some people start treating you like a responsibility instead of a human being. So hold your financial keys tightly. Help others if you wish, but never hand over everything. Because money may not buy happiness, but it surely protects your peace, dignity, and freedom. Thing number 4, your health priorities. My dear friends, the 4th thing you should never give up, not for your children, not for your grandchildren, not for anyone, is your health priorities. Let's be honest. When we get older, we often put ourselves last. If someone calls us for help, we go. If someone needs money, we give. If someone needs us to babysit or cook, we say yes, even when our knees are hurting and our back is stiff. But here's the truth: if you don't take care of yourself, no one else can do it for you. You can't pour from an empty cup. And at this age, every little thing you do for your body, every glass of water you drink, every short walk, every healthy meal, it all adds up to extra years of peace and comfort. I know many elders who sacrifice their health out of love. They skip doctor visits to save money for their children. They eat less to make food last longer for the family. They work harder than they should because they don't want to be a burden. But my friend, you already gave your strength to everyone all your life. You've done your duty. Now, it's not selfish to put your health first, it's wise. Think about it this way. If you fall sick, who suffers? You do. And your family does too. So taking care of your health isn't just for you, it's also for the people who truly love you. Make your health your top priority. Take your medicines on time. Keep up with your checkups. Walk daily, even if it's just around the garden or down the street. Eat fresh food, drink enough water, and never ignore pain or discomfort. If someone tells you, oh, you don't need to go to the doctor, or you're just getting old, it's normal. Don't listen. You have every right to feel your best no matter your age, and you owe it to yourself to live without unnecessary pain or weakness. Here's a little reminder I always tell my viewers. Your body is the house your soul lives in. If you don't maintain it, where will your soul rest peacefully? So don't delay your health for anyone. Don't skip your medicines to please others. Don't ignore your needs just because someone else says, you'll be fine. Every breath you take, every heartbeat, it's a gift. Cherish it, protect it, and make a promise to yourself today. I will never sacrifice my health again, not for convenience, not for guilt, not for anyone, because when you stay healthy, you stay independent. And when you stay independent, you stay free. Thing number 5, your personal space and privacy. My dear friends, the 5th thing you should never give up for anyone, not even your family, is your personal space and privacy. You see, when we're young, we live in busy homes filled with people, noise, and responsibilities. But as we grow older, something changes inside us. We begin to value quiet, order, and peace. We no longer want to hear shouting, rushing, or constant interference. We want calm mornings, peaceful afternoons, and evenings where our thoughts can rest. But often, older people lose this simple joy. Their homes become filled with others' noise, others' opinions, others' rules. Their privacy disappears, their rooms, their things. Even their time are no longer their own. And out of love, many elders accept it. They say, it's fine, they're my family. But deep down, they feel uncomfortable, trapped, and sometimes invisible. My friends, remember this: you have earned your peace. You've raised your children. You've done your duties. Now you have every right to enjoy the kind of environment that keeps you healthy and happy. If you're living with family, that's okay. But you must still have your own corner, your own time, and your own choices. Even something small like choosing when to rest, when to pray, when to read, or when to watch your favorite show matters. You can love your family deeply and still need personal space. It's not selfishness. It's self-respect. Because when people constantly enter your space, interrupt your routines, or go through your things without permission, it slowly eats away at your peace. If this happens, you don't have to argue. Just set gentle boundaries. Say, I love spending time with you, but I also need a little quiet time for myself. It's okay to close your door for a while. It's okay to say no when you're tired. And it's perfectly okay to protect your privacy, even in your own home. Remember this: love grows in space, not in suffocation. And that's true for every relationship, even between parent and child. When you protect your space, you allow love to breathe. You allow respect to grow. So my friends, from today, promise yourself, I will not let anyone take away my peace, my privacy, or my comfort. Because your personal space is where your soul recharges. It's where your thoughts settle and your heart feels safe. No matter how close people are, everyone, even you, deserves that sacred space. Protect it with love, not anger. And you'll notice how calm and strong your heart begins to feel again. Thing number 6, your friends and social connections. My dear friends, the 6th thing, you should never give up for anyone. Not even your family is your friends and social connections. You see, as we get older, our world tends to get smaller. Children grow up, get busy with their own lives, and move away. We find ourselves spending more time alone. And sometimes we begin to believe that loneliness is just a normal part of aging. But that's not true. Human beings are social creatures. No matter how old we are, we need connection. We need someone to laugh with, to talk with, to share a cup of tea, or even to sit beside quietly. And that's why your friendships, those bonds with people who understand you, are priceless. Sadly, some older people give up their friends because family says, "Oh, you don't need to go out anymore. You're too old to meet people." Or, "Why are you wasting time chatting with neighbors?" But let me tell you something, friends are medicine for the soul. They keep your heart young, your mind sharp, and your spirit alive. When you talk to someone who listens without judgment, you release stress. You remember who you are, not just a parent or a grandparent, but a person with stories, humor, and wisdom. You know, I once met an old gentleman in his 70s who said to me, "My children think I'm wasting time playing cards with my old friends, but those few hours every week are what keep me alive." And he was right. It wasn't about the cards, it was about the laughter, the memories, the feeling of belonging. So my dear viewers, don't let anyone isolate you. Keep in touch with your old friends. And if some are gone, make new ones at the park, at your place of worship, in community centers, or even online. It's never too late to make meaningful connections. Call that old friend you haven't spoken to in years. Join a senior club. Attend a local event. Smile at people. Sometimes the smallest gesture opens a door to friendship. And if anyone says, "Why do you need friends now?" you can simply say, "Because friendship keeps my heart alive." Remember, family gives you roots, but friends give you wings. Both are important, but you should never have to sacrifice one for the other. Keep your friends close because they remind you of your strength, your laughter, and your worth. So promise yourself today, no matter what anyone says, I will not let go of the people who make me smile. Because friends are not a distraction from life. They are a part of life itself. Thing number 7, your beliefs, values, and faith. My dear friends, the 7th thing you should never, ever give up, not for your children, not for your relatives, not for anyone, is your beliefs, your values, and your faith. You see, these are the things that shaped who you are. They guided you through your hardest times. They gave you strength when life broke your heart, and hope when the world seemed dark. Your faith, whatever it may be, is your personal connection with something greater than yourself. It's the quiet conversation you have in your heart every morning and night. It's the reason you kept going, even when others gave up. But sadly, in today's world, many older people feel pressured to change their beliefs to match what the younger generation thinks or says. Some are told, "Don't be old-fashioned." Some are mocked for praying too much or for believing in certain traditions. But my friends, your faith is not outdated, it's your foundation. Never let anyone shame you for it. Never let anyone make you feel small for holding on to the values that built your life. Because what you believe in, kindness, honesty, respect, prayer, forgiveness, these are the things that keep your soul beautiful no matter your age. If you find peace in praying, keep praying. If you like reading your holy book, keep reading. If you have small rituals or habits that bring you comfort, like lighting a candle, giving charity, or helping others, don't stop. These are not just old routines, they are your connection to meaning, purpose, and peace. I once met a lady in her 80s who told me, "Every morning I sit by my window and thank God for one more day. My children say I'm wasting time, but I say, this is the best part of my day." And I couldn't agree more. Because that moment of gratitude, that faith, is what gives us strength to face another day with courage and peace. Remember this truth, my friends. The world may change, but your inner light should never dim. So hold on to your beliefs, even if others don't understand them. Because in the end, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about what brings you peace, what keeps your heart pure, and what reminds you of who you are. Never give up your faith, your values, or your morals to please anyone. Because when you stay true to what you believe in, you live every day with dignity, and you leave behind something beautiful for the next generation to learn from. Your faith is your anchor. Hold it close, protect it, and let it guide you till your very last breath. Thing never you wait, your right to rest and enjoyment. My dear friends, the eighth thing you should never give up, not for anyone, not even your own children, is your right to rest and enjoy life. You have worked hard your entire life. You have sacrificed sleep, comfort, and even your dreams for your family. You've spent decades taking care of others, feeding, teaching, helping, worrying. Now at this stage of life, you have earned the right to finally slow down without guilt. But what happens instead? Many elders still keep running around trying to do everything for everyone. They babysit, cook, clean, lend money, or take on responsibilities that should no longer be theirs. And when they try to rest, someone says, "Oh, you're lazy," or "You have nothing to do anyway." But listen carefully, rest is not laziness. Rest is recovery. It's the time when your body heals and your soul feels peace. If you want to sit quietly with a cup of tea in the morning, do it. If you want to take a nap in the afternoon, do it. If you want to watch your favorite show, take a walk, listen to old songs, or visit a friend, do it without apology. You've earned every moment of joy and comfort. And don't let anyone make you feel guilty for it. You see, happiness in old age doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing what feels right for you. I once spoke to an older gentleman who said, "I feel guilty when I rest because my children are still working hard." And I told him, "You've already done your part. You worked hard so they could have their chance. Now you must allow yourself to live." My friends, remember this. You didn't come this far just to survive. You came this far to finally live. So take that trip if you can. Eat your favorite food once in a while. Buy yourself something nice. Laugh without feeling guilty. You've spent a lifetime taking care of everyone else now. It's your time. You don't owe anyone an explanation for wanting peace, comfort, or happiness. If your heart says, "I need rest," listen to it. Because a peaceful day in your older years is more valuable than gold. And when you rest, you heal. When you enjoy life, your energy grows. And when your energy grows, you spread that light to everyone around you. So from today, make a promise. I will rest when I need to, and I will enjoy life without guilt. Because life after 60 or 70 is not the end. It's the reward for all the years you gave to others. Now it's your time to live your life on your own terms, peacefully and joyfully. Thing number 9, your self-respect and dignity. My dear friends, the 9th and final thing you should never give up for anyone, not even for your own family, is your self-respect and dignity. This one is perhaps the most important of all, because without self-respect, nothing else truly matters. As we grow older, some people start treating us as if we've lost our value. They talk down to us, ignore our opinions, and sometimes even make us feel like a burden. But let me tell you something very clearly, you are not a burden. You are a blessing. You are a library of experience, a walking history book of love, struggle, and wisdom. You have seen life in ways the younger generation hasn't even imagined yet. You have faced storms and survived them. You have worked hard, built families, and kept love alive when the world was changing faster than you could blink. So no matter how anyone treats you, never allow them to take away your dignity. If someone speaks to you with disrespect, stay calm but firm. You don't need to argue, shout, or beg for respect. Your calm silence speaks louder than their words. Walk with your head high. Take pride in the person you've become, and remember, respect starts with how you see yourself. When you respect yourself, others have no choice but to follow. If someone in your life constantly makes you feel small, step back. It doesn't matter who they are. Love doesn't give anyone permission to humiliate you. You can forgive, yes, but you don't have to tolerate disrespect. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, "I love you, but I will not allow you to speak to me that way." You see, dignity is the crown of old age. It's invisible, but it shines brighter than gold. And when you wear it proudly, your presence demands quiet respect from everyone around you. My friends, your age is not your weakness, it is your honor. You have lived, learned, and loved. That is something to be proud of, not ashamed of. So from today onward, promise yourself, I will never lower my head for anyone. I will never let go of my self-respect, even if I stand alone. Because when you keep your dignity, you keep your power. And when you keep your power, you live every day with peace, knowing that you remained true to yourself until the very end. You deserve to be respected, loved, and heard, not because of what you can do, but because of who you are. A wise soul who has walked through the fire and still chooses kindness. Never forget that, my friends. Your dignity is not up for negotiation, not for family, not for friends, not for anyone. My dear friends, we've talked about 9 powerful things today, things you must hold on to tightly, no matter what anyone says. Let's remind ourselves once more. For your peace of mind, because nothing is worth losing your inner calm. Do your independence, because as long as you can choose, you are alive. 3, your savings and financial control, because money protects your dignity and freedom. 4, your health priorities, because your body is your true home. 5, your personal space and privacy, because peace needs room to breathe. 6, your friends and social connections, because laughter and love keep you young at heart. 7, your beliefs, values, and faith, because they are the light that never fades. Your right to rest and enjoyment, because you've earned the joy of living without guilt. Your self-respect and dignity, because that is the crown of old age. Remember, my dear viewers, you've spent a lifetime giving, sharing and loving others. But now, in this precious stage of life, it's time to give something back to yourself. Don't let anyone, not your children, not your relatives, not society, make you feel that you have to surrender these parts of yourself to be loved. True love never demands that. True love understands and respects your boundaries. You have already proven yourself in life. You've already done your part. Now it's time to live with peace, with pride, and with the quiet joy of knowing that you have nothing left to prove, only moments left to enjoy. And I want you to remember this one line from the heart. Old age is not the end of the road. It's the time when you finally walk at your own pace. So walk proudly, speak softly, and live peacefully. If this video touched your heart, please take a moment to like it, share it with another friend your age, and let's spread this wisdom together. Tell me in the comments, which of these 9 things do you find the hardest to hold on to? I'd love to read your stories and thoughts. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to my channel, MrJamAdvice, where every week we talk about living wisely, aging gracefully, and finding peace after 60. Until next time, my dear friends, take care of your health, protect your peace, and never forget your worth. You are valuable, you are loved, and you deserve a beautiful, peaceful life.